Good morning, grade 10s. Let's do the video on the rest of the trig, and we'll just go from there. Okay? So here we are on page 249 or 264, whichever book you have. And let's just make sure. Yeah, this is where we. So, I want to know the height of each tree. So I've got tree X and I've got tree Y, and I can see that I have two different triangles. That's all this is. So the thetas are both down here, right? Both thetas are down here. Now, a lot of you are going to mess this up because this point is halfway between the two. So that means this is 27.5 and this is 27.5. So I have a theta and an adjacent, and I need an opposite. So that's tan of 34 equals y over 27.5, and tan of 29 equals x over 27.5. So of course it's 27.5 tan 39 equals y, and 27.5 tan 29 equals x. So again, 27 clear, 27.5 tan 34, 18.54 or 18.55, and 29 27.5 tan 29, 15.24. I'm actually gonna do this. So my calculator is almost always on the screen. There we go. Alright, so this one's a little bit tricky. I want G, H, J. I want this whole angle here, which is part of this blue triangle. Well, the problem with that is I only know one side of that blue triangle. I don't know the other side. I don't know any other angles. But, excuse me, I do know two sides of this red triangle, which means I can find out this distance right here. So that distance right there, we'll call it x, is part of this triangle. 6, 9, x with a 90 degree right there. What do I use to find the third side of a triangle? Well, that's Pythagoras. 9 squared minus 6 squared equals x squared. So 81 minus 36 equals x squared. So x equals the square root of 81 minus 36 is 51, square root of 45. So that makes this whole side 4 plus root 45, which means right here is my blue theta. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase all this stuff right now. I'm going to use my whiteout tool here to do this. So now There's my theta, 6, and I know this whole bottom here is that. So that means I have tan theta equals O over A. I don't know what theta is, so I have to keep it, but opposite is 4 plus root 45 over 6. So to do that, since I need an angle, that is shift tan theta equals, and I go to my calculator, shift tan, brackets, because I'm doing division, 4 plus the root of 45, close the brackets, divided by 6, then close those brackets. Oh, I screwed up right there. This is not going to work. Well, we'll see. 79 degrees. Now, I want to make sure I did that right. Shift, tan. So inside the brackets, it's 4 plus square root of 45. Oops. 45. Close the brackets. Divided by 6. Close the brackets. This is, there we go, 60.7. That's more like it. So 61 degrees. And we'll move on here. I've lost my slidey thing. There it is. Alright, let's make that even smaller. Ugh. Ugh, it won't let me. So there we are. The tower is supported by 2 wires. The wires are anchored to the same point on the ground, 8 meters from the base of the tower. So there's my tower. Right. And it's got 2 wires, 8 meters from the bottom of the tower. So I've got this red wire, comes out to here, and I've got this green wire that comes out to here, and the ground is right here. Now, hey, the green wire, the angle of inclination of the longer wire is 56. Well, obviously the longer wire is that one, so the red one is 56 degrees, and the green one is 32 degrees. Determine the length of the wires. So I need to know the red line plus the green line. So all we do there, since we know this black line at the bottom is 8, I have tan, that should be green, I have tan 32 equals opposite x over adjacent. No, what am I doing tan for? What an idiot. I didn't write it down. I need the hypotenuses, don't I? So I have a theta equals 32. I have an adjacent, which equals 8. And I need a hypotenuse, which I'm going to call x. What uses a and h? Cosine 32 equals 8 over x. So x equals 8 divided by cosine 32. Then the red one, my theta is 56. My adjacent is still 8. My hypotenuse is now y. Cos of 56 equals 8 over y. So y equals 8 over cosine 56. Now to answer the question, I have to add those two. So I have to do 8 over cosine 32 plus 8 over cosine 56 will equal my length. 8 divided by cosine 32 plus 8, oops, 8 divided by cosine 56. And I get 23.7. Oh, to the nearest meter, so 24 meters. All right, kids always have trouble with these building questions, so let's read it. Peeping Tom, because he's creepy, stands at the 13th floor of his apartment building. So here's Tom, 130 feet off the ground. So here's Tom, this is 130. He looks across the street at another building, and he sees Sandra on the ground floor. So there's Sandra at an angle of depression of 40, and he sees Elizabeth right there at an angle of inclination of 10. So Tom is looking straight across here, and it has, to Elizabeth, he has inclination of 10. So Elizabeth, he looks up at 10 degrees, and Sandra, he looks down at 40 degrees. So now I want to know how far apart they are. Well, I know this is 130, right? Because it's going to be the same as over here. So and the blue one, this is what I need. But you look in that blue triangle, I only know one part of it. But if I use trig, I can find this side from the red triangle. Then I can use it with the blue side. So tan of 40 equals opposite 130 over adjacent x. So 130 divided by tan 40 equals x. Now, that means I know what this is, because that's x. In blue, tan of 10 equals opposite x over this one, which is 130 divided by tan 40. So that has to go up here. So 130 divided by tan 40 times tan 10 will equal x. So to punch that into my calculator, that's 130 tan 10, all in brackets, divided by tan 40 will equal x, and that I will add 130 to get my answer. So I go to my calculator, 130 tan 10 see if that'll work. Now I forgot to put brackets at 130, so I'm going to have to hit equals. Now I can divide by tan 40. And I'm going to get 27.3. So 27.3 plus 130 is 157, which is about 16 floors. Major pain. Sorry, everyone. Just trying to keep it as easy as I can for you, so I can have my calculator on the screen at the same time. So here we go. Alright, so roof is an isosceles triangle. What is the angle of inclination of the roof? Well, the angle of inclination would be right there. So I need to know, I need to cut the roof in half, so that's 8. What's this? Most of you are going to say 12, but of course it's only half of 12, so it's 6. So what I have there is theta equals x, hypotenuse equals 8, adjacent equals 6. What uses a and h? Cosine. Cosine x equals 6 over 8. So shift cos of x equals shift cos 6 divided by 8. Now I know that's 3/4 and it's 0.75, but I just wanted to remind you that you can do division. 41 degrees. Here's another building question. It's almost exactly the same. From the roof of Ye's building, there's Ye right there, the angle of elevation to the top of a taller building. So the angle of elevation. So Ye is, of course, going to look right across here. The angle of elevation to the top of the taller building is 37. The angle of depression is 28. So that's, of course, right down here. 28. And the distance between the buildings is 21. I want the height of the taller building. So over here, I have a red x and I have a green y, because the answer is going to be x plus y. So we work with x first. Theta equals 37. Adjacent equals 21. Opposite equals x. Tan 37, because that uses O and A, equals x over 21. So 21 tan 37 equals x. Awesome. Then in green, theta equals 28. Adjacent equals 21. Opposite equals y. So tan 28 equals y over 21. So 21 tan 28 equals y. And then all I do is add the two. X plus y equals the height. So 21 tan 37 plus 21 tan 28. 27 meters. And number 20, last one we're going to do today. Two boys are standing at the same elevation on opposite sides of a mountain. There's the mountain. The angles of elevation to the top of the mountain are 65. So that's 65. That's 50. Assuming, or determine the total distance to hike to meet at the peak. So assume they can each walk up there. So there's the mountain height. It's 1350. So I need to know the boys are going to walk up here and up here. So I need the blue hypotenuse and the red hypotenuse. What do I have? Well, I've got a red theta is 50. Opposite is 1350. Hypotenuse is what I don't know. What uses O and H? Sine 50 equals O, 1350 over x. So x equals 1350 divided by sine 50. Which means over here, obviously, y equals 1350 divided by sine 65. And all I have to do is those two answers. Boy 1, 1350 divided by sine 50. He has to walk 1762. Boy 1, 1762. Boy 2, 1350 divided by sine 65. 65. 14, oops, that should be blue. 1490, because you round that up. All right, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Now listen closely. You can do some more practice because, of course, you have all the answers. Excuse me. Wednesday's video will be the review of Trig. So I want you all to do that and get it into me. There'll be no video Wednesday. I will show you the key to that review Friday, and you can mark it. We're out of time, so we're not going to have a Trig test, but I'll put some Trig questions on the final assignment, which I will make available to you Monday, and it will be due no, I lie. I'm the worst kind of liar. You'll see the key on Wednesday, so that's going to be due by Wednesday, the Trig review, and I'll assign your final there, and you have until the 21st to do it. It's only going to be, like I say, like 30 multiple choice questions, and you have until the 21st to do that. Okay? I'll post all that in the stream, so you don't have to worry. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.